welcome to the Christian YouTuber. I am Matthew Corey, the Christian YouTuber, also ex-Satanist, ex-mobster, saved by grace. And boy, do we have a hot topic today, a controversial topic. But I'm going to make it non-controversial, you'll see. But before we get into it, I want to tell you I am a Christian author, and all my books are available on Amazon. I think you'll find them very helpful and you'll like them. Just type in Matthew Corey on Amazon and they'll come up. And you can get my book, From Hell to Heaven, on my life story about how God rescued me from a life of crime and drugs and being in the mafia. And you can get it at walmart.com, and I'll put a link in the description and a link to where you can get my books on Amazon. And there's a few other links too. You can like my Facebook page and stuff. But anyway, so let's get into this topic about so does the Bible call Lucifer the morning star? It's interesting. Let me point out the verse that sometimes is mistranslated. Here it is. It is Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So, in other words, it says son of the morning, but in certain translations, that's the KJV, King James Version. But there are other translations which are not accurate, which call him the morning star or star of the morning. And those are not accurate translations, because we will look at a verse that Jesus said later on, which is why we have to be so careful that we read different versions of the Bible, and that some versions we don't read at all because they're inaccurate translations of the scriptures. And the two of the most accurate translations are the New King James and the King James, and the NIV is very accurate as well to a great degree. But let's look at the verse that where Jesus calls himself the morning star. Revelation 22:16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. So we see there that Jesus actually is the bright and morning star, and that Lucifer is not really, Lucifer does not replace Jesus. Even if he were to have been the morning star, it would not have been the morning star the same as Jesus. There's no comparison. Satan or Lucifer never has and never will be equal to or have replaced Jesus. Jesus is God incarnate. He's from the beginning to the end. So when we understand that, and we understand the context of these scriptures, and we see that in Lucifer is not the morning star, and that's a misinterpretation. That's a bad translation of son of the morning. So we have to get into our Bibles, guys, and study things and look for inaccuracies in different translations and compare translations so we don't miss out on anything. In fact, there is a verse, I can't remember which one it is, where the KJV, the King James Version, actually leaves out a very important, I believe it's the verse where Jesus was talking about the demons and how to get out a particular type of demon to the disciples, and he said, this one only comes out by prayer and fasting in certain translations, and in the King James Version, I believe it says only comes out by prayer. So isn't that interesting that even the King James Version can have some inaccuracies, not complete translations. So, no translation of the Bible is completely perfect as far as, it is the perfect word of God, though. There's no question about that. It's just that we have to compare translations and read different versions so that we get everything in its entirety, because it was translated by man And so therefore, there's going to be certain things that are left out of certain versions, and there's going to be different things in different versions there's going to be different things we can get out of different versions of the Bible. So it's good to try to read various versions of the Bible to get an accurate translation, which is what I do personally. So I hope that sort of clarifies that question for you, that you may have heard it before, or you may have wondered about it, and so just remember that's, Lucifer he's never been equal to Jesus. Jesus is God. Jesus was here from the beginning, and God and Jesus actually created the angels. So, they were here before, Jesus and God, Jesus or God was here before anything else that was created, including the universe. And God was from the beginning, he's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So hope that was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Christian YouTuber with more answers from the Bible and Christian encouragement.